What's going on, guys? This is Damien from the Lookout, and today I have the European Glasgow OPE Regionals top 16 decks. Yeah, we finally have the list, so there you go, it's Vegeta. But anyway, let's take a look at the list. But before we begin, huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons, the best coffee. They keep this crazy content grind going. And guys, thanks out for support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to a patron is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video. Here it is, guys. European Regionals hosted by OPE Phenomenal TO. Guys, this was a blast, I believe, for players, because this is one of the rare UK events. UK has been asking for events forever. So here we go. 50-ish players. I'm not sure on the exact number. I think it was around 50-ish. First place, let's do a little song, right? So Vegeta, 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 Vegeta. That's basically not a song, a little chant, you know, like we are chanting, we are summoning the bullshit. So Vegeta swoops in, replaces Amasu completely, and then just gets the first 4 places. Currently the best deck in the format. Congratulations, players. And then we have 5th place, Big Iron Broly. So Broly still makes it into the top 8. Just doesn't win this time. And I believe this was Ivan's deck. I know Ivan played a Broly. Both Ivans did. Both Carrillo and Ivan Serrano, our European champion. So both of them played Big Iron Broly. But from what I have heard is that Broly just kind of really struggles into Vegeta. Like, Broly really struggles into Vegeta. If it weren't for Vegeta, if it weren't for Red with its minusing things, Broly would have been much better positioned, I would say. Then we have another Vegeta, of course. Then another Big Iron Broly. And wrapping up the top 8, we have Noova Shenron. Yeah, one of the best decks from the previous format appears here. Actually, it is the only deck from the previous format showing up in the top 8 and top 16 in general. That's interesting. Then we have our very first Mechi Kabura. Well, what I believe is the next... He's around the next best black deck in the game, and now we finally see the first results. Mechi 9th place, congratulations. Then we have 2 Noovas at 10th and 11th place. At 12th place we have Shroom and Salsa BT18. Yeah, Shroom and Salsa BT18 just randomly showing up and taking 12th place. Not even the old one, like not even the one that removes things from the drop. No, BT18, the super defensive one. That's always awesome to see. 13th place, Blue Bojack. So Blue Bojack makes an appearance. I know this wasn't Oli. I believe this wasn't Oli on Blue Bojack. But yeah, this is interesting. It shows that the support is good. Unfortunately, everything else in blue kinda isn't. However, congratulations. Then we have 14th place in Noova, 15th place another SSB Vegeta, and lastly 16th place another Big Iron Broly. Now, congratulations to everyone, and let's check out the deck lists. Okay guys, I am here with Top Deck Diffusion. Huge shout out to Top Deck Diffusion for putting up these lists. Guys, an amazing website. As you can see, this is the biggest archive of Dragon Ball Super Card Game Masters results on the internet. Like, this is from BT7 all the way up to today. That's insane. Now, let's check out the results, starting with first place Vegeta. So, first off, running the correct SCR. Congratulations. I mean, like, I love this SCR in the deck. Super combo is Backbone. That is interesting. What else do we have? So this one cost Gohan Ultimate Essence is showing up basically in every meta list right now. Very decent card, good tutor, you can also draw, that's amazing. Bardock the Tenacious, just a floodgate. It's just a pure floodgate. One of the Vegetas, I'm seeing more and more lists cutting out Vegeta entirely. 4 of the Dark Broly's, of course, and then the rest is kinda standard. Then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Then we have the second place Vegeta, also running the correct SCR and Evil Saiyan. And what else do we have here? 2 Vegetas in this one. Okay, Dark Broly, and basically the rest is just the same. Then we have the Z deck and of course the side deck. Third place Vegeta. Well, the only difference in this one is that it is actually running 2 copies of this Gohan in 8 Saiyan power. I see some lists running it, some lists have dropped it completely, so it's kinda basically how you feel about it. We have seen already 2 lists performing very well without it, but if you wanna run it, yeah, sure, you can, no problem. And of course, the only correct SCR. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Here, a cool thing in the side deck is actually this Gogeta. So you need a Goku Xeno and a Vegeta Xeno to play it. I think this is, well, this is definitely a weird one. There is nothing from what I am seeing. Well, there is the promo, so you can use the promo to go into the old BT14 Gogeta. That's cool. Then we have another Vegeta. Basically everything the same. This one is the first one that's not running a single Vegeta, but it's running 2 copies of the 20k double, of the 30k double striker, and it's running 5 of these red-black quote-unquote checklands with 1 of the starter deck, 16 Brolys. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. Now we have the big Iron Broly. So SCR is Golden Cooler, because Cooler is just really devastating in this deck. Then we also have 2 copies of Frieza Divine Transformation, 3 of the big Broly, so not running 4, 2 Gohans. That's enough, you don't need to run more than 2 Gohan Unisons. And then we have 1 Lavender here just to tap your opponent's energy. That's great because you can tap out your opponent, and then you can just start swinging into them. 3 Bulmas, but no Nimbuses. Yeah, because Nimbus is apparently not that good. Who would have thought that a card that's dead in your hand if you don't see it early on is, yeah. But yeah, 3 Bulmas, that's okay. That's a good value when you see them, of course. And then we also have, let me see, 1-time Magic and 1 copy of Frieza, Clan of Terror Mecha Frieza, which basically allows you to look at your opponent's hand, that gives you instant hand knowledge, and then you can play one of their cards in rest mode. And of course, another spicy tech, Belmont. So Belmont Manipulator gets rid of barrier cards, you play him for free, and for free energy you tap out, you play something else. Very good list, congrats. Then we have another Vegeta, this one running the Vegeto SCR, 2 copies of Majin Vegeta, and the rest is just the standard. One big standout here is Rapid Reversal, which is one of the rare ways for Red to actually KO something instead of just minus cards. And here we have the Z deck and the side deck. Then we have another Broly. This one is pretty much almost the same as the previous one, it's just not running Bulmas at all. That's the only difference. Everything else is the same basically. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck here. Then Super Namekian, also a card worth looking out for, because this is an insanely strong effect. once you can also cheat out things. Then we have the first Noova here. Okay, so checking Noova out. What do we have? New nothing. So this is just a Noova deck. And the standard. Don't fix if it isn't broken. Then we have the first Mechi Kabura. Okay, this is an interesting one. Let's take a look. So, running 2 coolers, because of course you run cooler, when it comes to the archetype. So almost complete playsets of everything except Salsa, because Salsa is really bad dog shit, like don't play the Salsa card. 3 copies of the Migra because you get Wormhole, 2 copies of Dabura as your other 1-drop, and of course you have 4 copies of Rebellu, and then 4 copies of everything else, even 4 of Kai, because yes, when you can pay 1 energy, or when you can for free play a Barrier Servant Blocker 30k body, which restands itself, that's really, really good. And when it comes to Salsa, the one that you actually run in this deck is the one that's basically beyond all limits, just a lock to Demon Realm race. So that's a neat thing that Mechi has going for him. We also have 1 full Dark Banisher, permanent. Your opponent can't activate skills unless they choose 1 in hand and warp. A triple attacker, but you do pay 4 for him. You can't Dark Overwhelm him. He just is a normal Overwhelm. And you have 2 copies of Towa, because when you use Spirit Boost, you can actually, in your combo, you can give something plus 10k and double. Which is great to go, which is great when it comes to closing games, because you also have Goku Reflexive Strike, where you just counter your opponent's negate and you go for the game. And then we have the Z deck and of course the side deck. Next up we have another Noova. Let me see, where was Peter? You know, Peter Dance got a high placing here. What was he? 14, so he is among the last Noovas that we're going to see. Okay, so we have another Noova here. Again, not much to say. It's not that I don't like the deck or anything, it's just like that. That's, you know, it's Noova. Like that. It's been solved a long time ago and it's not playing anything new. So we have the Z deck here and the side deck. Then we have another Noova. Again, well, it is most of the things that a usual Noova runs. However, this one also plays Emperor of Universe 7 and runs the Vegeta, because that's the only way to functionally get Emperor out, because it's too expensive card. And then you also have 1 Putin to help you rest. You have Absolute Annihilation, and then you have the rest of the goodies for Noova, the Z deck, and the side deck. Then we have a Shroom and Salsa. Okay, apparently my information was wrong, and it's not the old one. It is the new. It's not the new one. It is the old Shroom and Salsa. No. My info was not wrong. The leader is wrong, because these guys are played in the new one as well as the Z deck monstrosity. So, okay, going through it, because the new BT18 Shroom and Salsa is hyper defensive. Now you also get Golden Cooler to go along with it. You get Mechi to be able to close games. You have your Beyond All Limits here, and basically the rest is kind of normal for a defensive deck. You have the Rebel here. I am surprised that Bardock isn't here, but apparently Bardock is just not that good. And then we have the Z deck. Z deck got some new toys in Vegeta. Vegeta is amazing for closing games. It's one of the things that this deck has struggled with in the past. And of course you have SS4, Gohan, Father and Son Solidarity. And then we have the side deck. Congrats. Now we have Bojack. So Blue Bojack shows up, and what do we have here? Well, It looks like a standard Bojack list with new spice. The SR is here. The SR is amazing. The SR is really good. Makes your big boss monster a lot cheaper. The other new card in Bujin is here as well at 4 copies. Barrier blocker, love to see that. And then we also have Turning the Tide, just to close the games. So like once in a lifetime when Turning the Tide shows up, it just flat out kills you. And then we have the rest of the Bojack engine. And the Z deck, side deck. Congratulations Vegeta in the side deck, love seeing this. Now we have the Dancing British Man's list. And well, it is very safe. It's a very safe standard Noova deck. Also huge congratulations to my mate Brad, who also did amazing at the event, both him and Peter from team -2. Congratulations guys. So when it comes to this list, yeah, we've seen this list before. Just recently, the only new addition that Peter is running is the Double Striker Bow, which can still catch opponents off guard because most decks don't run this card anymore, but it's great. It's 1 energy 30k double, like that's amazing. And the 2-cost Noova from the anniversary box, the Double Striker. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. He's running the Emperor here. Peter Dance can't give up Frieza. He's always gonna squeeze Frieza somewhere. Then we have another Vegeta deck. This one is interesting because it is actually running the Broly's. Okay, so this one is really archetype heavy. You're running Gohans, you're running the Crit Dude, you're running the 30k Double Striker, 2 of the Broly's. This is an interesting one. It is very anti-barrier. You have Cumbers and you have Broly's to get rid of barrier cards. That's very cool. Then we have the Z deck and the side deck. And finally we have another big Iron Broly. This was Ivan Serrano's Broly. And this is, well, basically is the other Broly's, except without Bulma. So only one of them actually ran Bulma. So much for the Bulma hype. And then we have the Z deck and the side deck. So those were all of the deck lists. Congratulations everyone. And yeah, that's it. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. What's your opinion on the EU regionals breakdown? How is this meta shaping up in your opinion? Do you think this is exciting? Is it just kind of goddamn we've replaced Zamasu for Vegeta? Are there any surprises here? Let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And guys, while you're here, hit those like and subscribe buttons. Help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from the Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.